I'm back again, Jeff Underwood, your bourbon steward. And I figure you're getting back to the bars now that you've been vaccinated and you got those antibodies flowing. So I wanted to share a little bar science with you this month. Hopefully, your favorite whiskey bar is still open coming out of the pandemic. But if you are checking out a new spot, there are a lot of things that can impact uh, going into a bar that you're less familiar with. Say you're a cocktail person. You're past the whiskey and coke or bourbon and sprite phase of your spirits journey, and you're a whiskey person. And I know you're a whiskey person because you're in a bourbon group and you're watching this video. But as a cocktail person, you should be paying more attention to what whiskey or bourbon is actually going into your cocktail. One of the things that I always like to do is watch my cocktail being built by the bartender. It's cool looking at the craft and the artistry and also checking out the ingredients that are going in to my drink. But if you're anywhere but a dive bar, um, and I do love dive bars, especially when I'm in a new city. But if you're anywhere but a dive bar, and your bartender turns that label away from you while pouring, somebody's not very proud of the spirit they're using as the base of your cocktail. You need to know what you're drinking and what's being covered up or being enhanced by other ingredients. So ask them inquisitively, what's that whiskey you're using? And see what kind of response you get. Their body language will normally tell you what they think of that bourbon that they're using. If you want to dive a little deeper, you can get a neat pour of that whiskey by itself and sip it side by side with your cocktail. Whether it's a bottle that you've heard of or not, you may surprise yourself positively or negatively by that experience. And as I've said in the past, side by side tests are really the best way to increase your knowledge in your bourbon and whiskey game. So prove me wrong. Shoot me a DM on social media at Bourbon and Black, or you can find me on Facebook or listen in to the Black and Spirited podcast. Until next time, cheers.